Hey everyone, it's Ivan, KidBadger.com, out here with my posse, Tiny and Knuckles, tell you about a pretty awesome adventure we had up at Panamint City.
We started off at the bottom in a parking lot. There's a decent amount of cars, more than normal. And so we got all ready, explored a little bit around because there's some ruins and stuff, kind of cool. And we started hiking up.
Do you know why it's called Surprise Canyon, boys? Because it goes on forever and ever.
No, it's because real rabid hippopotamuses trip out
Kicking this thing off for 47 seconds in. Who needs a break already?
I do. I'm too tired. I'm almost gonna die. And there's so much water and so much mud and so much bushes that would thwack your legs. It hurt.
So the hike up was definitely a challenge, but finally up closer to Panamint City, there was a spring called Brewery Springs, and that's where we pumped our water.
We kept going and hiking and lumbering up the trail with a few occasional groans like, oh, when will we be there? And eventually we stopped and had snacks and drank water, pretty much all of it. And eventually we got to the top.
After we found a cabin and put our stuff in it, we found some mining gear and explored some of the mines. It was pretty cool.
After we explored the caves, we went down back to our cabin and grabbed our water bottles and water filter and hiked up to a little place where it was tubes running down into a big metal cylinder type of thing. So we pumped all our water and went back, and it was just the sun was it was pretty much sunset right at then. And we went back and made some oatmeal.
That night, after we ate our dinner, we had a little fire from the sticks we collected on the way down from filling up our water, and then we went to bed.
next morning, some people came by looking for somewhere to go, and we pointed them in a way of a really cool mine that actually still had like a working mine cart. And so we went up there, and there's two, one down lower than the other, and then one to like above to the left. We went to the first one, and it was really cool, and we found a bunch of cool little quartz crystals.
Exploring in Panamint Valley. Wait, I'll show you. So, come. We're gonna be rock.
There. And then when we hiked up to the other one, there was two working minecarts. Me and my brother each pushed each other on one, and then our dad pushed us one way on the other. And there's a bunch of bats, and they looked like little brown fuzzballs on the ceiling. And
Right where I'm shining back. See? Can we climb up that way on the rope, Dad?
No.
Because if we could... Is that ladder strong enough to hold me and Jed or no?
Probably not.
Kind of looks like it.
And then on the way back, Dad was pushing us really fast, and the bat, like, he was pushing us really fast, and we just zoomed by. I was like, I don't want to get my head grinded off.
You guys ready? Don't touch it, Dad.
After we got out of the minecart, we were walking back out the tunnel, and we saw like a cluster of like 10 bats. And then we walked out and started hiking down.
Keep going.
After exploring the mine at the minecarts, we hiked around the side of the mountain, and we found another little mine that had one vertical shaft going down and then another one going straight up. and it was pretty cool.
Oh, it goes over there too. Let's go this way. Oh, there's a big rock. Where? Can I check out this big drop off, Dad?
Be really careful.
Yeah. Looks like there's a way to get through. Can we go down there, Dad? There's a ladder. Please. There's a ladder, Dad.
Probably won't.
Well, it looks pretty stable.
I'm not gonna go down there.
Do you want to go down there, Dad?
We also went exploring. It branched off about 3 different ways, so we went exploring one way. There's this like ladder that like was supposed to go up into like a crevice that you could go into, and it was really cool. After that, we hiked out and started our way down.
After we hiked down, kind of leaving our dad behind, we made some lunch, and then a little bit later, Dad came down, and I remembered that a while back ago, there's like petroglyphs in a little cave, so we hiked over, found those. They're pretty cool, pretty cool, and I feel like, and it looked like someone was riding a weird goat thing, and a giant weird rabbit turtle. That was kind of funny. And then we looked around for this big coal mine that Dad remembered. We didn't find it. Just a bunch of pokey things that stuck to our socks.
After exploring around a bit, we hiked back to our cabin and had some dinner and a nice fire, and then we went to bed. In the morning again, we woke up and started packing. We packed up, and then we hiked down. And then on our way, we were looking for that.
Well, Dad was looking, and he found the tunnel, and it looked more like a weird circular sinkhole that someone would, like, it was really soft ground, and then like someone just went wee, thump, and then people just put logs in it. That's kind of what it looked like.
It might have been a well, but we never knew.
Does it go straight down?
It's basically a sarlacc pit.
What's that?
And after that, we continued hiking down, and we got our shoes soaked completely to the point where if it froze, we would just have icebergs on our feet. And the waterfalls, there's a few waterfalls. Some of them we could avoid. Some we had to go straight through, and it was very wet. And at one point, I was walking through, I was just like, "You're gonna get your feet wet, Ira. Just walk like me." And then my foot went like a foot deep in water. I was like, "Oh, well, that was kind of comically convenient." And then we hiked down, and when we got to the bottom, still a bunch more water. And at the bottom, there was like this tower type of thing. And I wondered what that was. Maybe it was defending from, like, a tower to defend from bandits or something.
Probably a rock sorters of some sort. But after that, we hiked down a little bit more, and we got back to the parking lot.
Overall, it was an incredible trip up there to Panamint City. Glad I was able to share with my boys. And every time you go out, it gives you the opportunity to learn stuff. Would you guys say that was a easy or a difficult adventure?
Difficult coming up, but easy going down.
I would agree.
It depends on where you were. Probably difficult most of the time, and easier on the way down with the downwards incline, I guess.
It was. Here's kind of the stats coming off my GPS watch. Took us about 6 hours to get up there, and we went about 6.6 miles from the base going up, and the entire thing was pretty much uphill. So there was quite a bit of elevation gain from the bottom up to basically the top where we were. And then next day when we ended up hiking up to the upper mine, I think it was another at least 1,000 feet of elevation gain, 1,500, something like that. Just a whole lot of up. But it's one of those where when you do things that are arguably difficult, it creates perspective. Would you agree, Ira?
Yeah.
Because then when you come across something that is maybe difficult, you can look back on things you've already accomplished. And what does that do for you?
It builds character, and it makes you stronger, and it makes you feel good.
It does all those things. And when you come across something that's maybe difficult, you know you can accomplish it because you've already done things that are difficult. Again, creating that perspective. But incredible place. Glad I was able to share this trip with you boys and had a ton of fun. But as always, thanks for joining us at KidBadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.